For more on the Labor Day celebrations, we're joined in studio by Chairman of the Trades Union Congress, Bernard Osu. Chairman, you're welcome.
Thank you, my brother.
So, the Secretary General mentioned that the President should hasten slowly with regard to the Chief Justice. What does TUC mean by hasten slowly?
Well, the TUC is a civil society group that anything that goes on in the country affect the TUC directly or indirectly. And we think that it's becoming one too many. The previous, regime, there were things that the Chief Justice, they had an issue with some Chief Justices, and we think that the current administration, what is happening, we are only cautioning government to just hasten slowly so that we will not be seen as trying to, maybe attack the judiciary or do something that it will bring the judiciary into a disrepute.
So TUC is like sitting on the fence. You're not taking a stance on this very matter. You're like in between. You're not taking a stance.
We are not taking the stand because we don't clearly know exactly what will be the outcome of what is happening. We are just, we just don't, get out there to say things. But that's why we have cautioned government to at least hasten slowly in whatever they are doing, so that the peace that we are enjoying, the kind of judiciary that we have, will not be sort of seen that maybe is politically being attacked in a way. So we are only asking government to hasten slowly in terms of what is happening.
Government says that legally, the president has done nothing wrong, and so
we are not judging whether the government has done something wrong or not. We are only cautioning government to hasten slowly.
If in the end the Chief Justice is removed, what would be TUC's position?
Let's get to that point and then we will know what to do.
Well, thank you very much. Now, let's talk about the May Day celebration. What is TUC's message to government? We've talked about wages and all of that, but what is the message you're sending out to government on this May Day celebration?
The theme for the May Day is, resetting pay, conditions of service, and the role of stakeholders. That means that there are issues with pay and compensations and SNITs and other stuff, and we think that there is a need for us to, the take home that workers take home doesn't even take them to their houses. And we feel that there is a need for us to have a broader consultations, broader discussion, dialogue, to ensure that Ghanaian worker is paid well. We feel that being paid with a living wage is the way to go.
Okay.
Because the minimum wage that we've been getting as workers is something that is not right, and we think that we need to change to that point whereby you'll be taken care of in terms of your household, your family, so that you have something that is dignified to live on. But as it stands now, can you imagine a Ghanaian worker being paid 20 Ghana cedis or even 19 cedis for 8-hour work? This is something that is not right, and we think that the country needs to reset this, salaries.
Well, during the negotiations with government, the president was part of these negotiations, told you that government does not have money, the economy is not in a very good place now, so give him some time to get the economy back on track, and then you can talk about wages.
Government has always not have money, but government always spend. So we feel that there is a need for us to sit. The gap between the top and those at the bottom is too wide. Imagine you going on retirement and taking home or your SNIT or your pay, your pension, monthly pension pay around 300 Ghana cedis, and someone taking 50,000 Ghana cedis a month. And these are the people that across their working life, we've not been getting any profit in their whatever they do. But they go home and they take this, and the ordinary Ghanaian worker that suffers, do the junkie work, is paid a very petty, salary. And we think that these are things that we have to look at it critically. And once we are able to do that, then we can all live in harmony.
Some have called for the single spine pay salary structure to be replaced with an independent emolument committee. What do you think about this, and what does this proposal actually mean?
Well, we need to, the single spine salary structure was something that was brought to sort of bring in some abnormality that has been happening in pay and salaries in the country. But for over a period, we've been running this, and still we are not getting to where we're expecting the single spine salary to correct. But what we are seeing is that the gap is still widening, and we are still not getting there. So when we have an independent emolument, or a committee that comprises labor and government, and employers, then we can sit and look at what we are now and find solutions to the problems that is confronting us today.
Okay, let's talk about welfare of workers. What do you think should actually be done? And I mean, aside salaries, what are some of the other things that government can do to better the welfare of workers? And while you're answering that, I would like you to tell us what May Day actually represents. For a young worker who has just gotten into the world of work, why should they worry themselves about the May Day celebrations?
First of all, May Day is a day for workers that we celebrate across the group. May Day, we are enjoying 8 hours of work because of May Day, or because of some group of individuals, who come together to fight for these rights. Because if not because of May Day, or not because of labor unions, we wouldn't have had this opportunity to work 8 hours, and we wouldn't have even had the opportunity to have conditions of service. So May Day is something that, as trade unions, we take it as one of our great memorable days for those who have killed themselves for us to have this benefits today. Well, a Ghanaian worker should be allowed to join a trade union of his choice, or to join any union of his choice, as I've said. Whilst we were at the podium, someone whispered into my ears that, why is it that the media houses, you don't join the union? What I told them is that you yourself, you are not even interested to join the union, and you are being exploited. And so let me use this opportunity to sort of encourage the media houses to sort of come together to join a union. Once you join the union, you have opportunity, you have the voice to speak for your conditions of service. Because we know a lot of the media houses, we are here talking about May Day, you have a lot of challenges, but you can't speak about it. So it's an opportunity, it is your right, it is enshrined in the Constitution to belong to a union. Once we are able to do that, then we can have a media that will be sort of independent, and also the other houses that are not doing what is right, we can put the mushrooms one and get the right media in place.
All right, thank you. Before you go, illegal mining is huge. I remember getting to the dying days of the Akufo-Addo government. Labour was very active about the subject of illegal mining. What do you make of President John Dramani Mahama's fight in the first 4 months of his administration? He mentioned today that he is committed to fighting it.
Well, he's committed in fighting it, we agree, but we all know that during the last administration, the Galamsey was one of the topical issues that we're all discussing, and even Labour was up and arm with government, pushing government to even declare a state of emergency, and also asking government to send the military to to our forests to ensure that those who are engaged in illegal mining should be arrested, prosecuted, and at the point the government sent an ally to Parliament. But because of this, will not go to Parliament,
yes,
who is majority, who is minority, that thing was truncated. And if we remember very well, Labour, our strike we suspended the strike, but we still stick to the demands that we requested, government.
Repeal the LI, state of emergency.
So today we reiterated our demands that yes, the LI 2462, we are still asking government to go to Parliament to revoke that LI. We've heard that government is trying to amend the LI, but that is what we demanded for, and we are asking that LI should be revoked.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Mr. Bernard Owusu, the chairman for the Trades Union Congress. Grateful to you for
Thank you for having me
on the Channel One Newsroom.